So Charlie Kirk weighed in on what a Biden presidency could look like, and to say the least, he doesn't seem satisfied.
For those of you that say, well, it really doesn't impact me, I don't care if Trump goes to prison. Well, first of all, you absolutely should care. Because if we lose, they're going to come after the churches, they're going to come after the organizations, they're going to come after the people, they're going to come after the social media accounts, they're going to come after the bank accounts, they're going to come after every single person that played any form and role into trying to defend President Trump. But social media banning, following in the streets, targeting in every form and fashion. If we lose, if the president loses, they will come for us all. They will come for your children. They will come for your schools. They will come in every fashion.
Counterpoint, nobody's coming for you. Come on, Charlie. Listen, I know Charlie because I had that debate with him, and so I always feel weird. And this is why I like to kind of always be away from the political scene and be like off in my own universe, because I feel like that allows me to be more objective. When you meet these people, then obviously you get to know them in a different kind of way. And when you realize that a lot of these people who you ideologically disagree with are actually really kind and nice backstage, it makes you feel weird about if you want to go off and be like, what you said is dumb and I don't agree with it. So I try my best to maintain my objectivity and stay away. Obviously, it was impossible because Charlie and I had that debate. So none of what I'm about to say here is personal at all. It's ideological. And what I would say is, Charlie, man, if you're saying this about Joe Biden, there's literally not a single Democrat on the planet you wouldn't say it about. So in other words, any generic Democrat, fill in the blank, and it's like, oh my God, our hair's on fire. They're going to come for us. They're going to come for your kids. They're going to come for your family. It's going to be terrible. Oh my God. And it's like, in order to make that case, you have to disregard everything we know about Joe Biden already. Joe Biden voted for the Iraq War. Joe Biden voted for the Patriot Act. Joe Biden supported various outsourcing deals, also known as free trade deals. Joe Biden, he was even at one point for like a balanced budget amendment, and he was in favor of some GOP budgets in the 90s. Joe Biden wanted to work with Republicans to cut Social Security. His whole career has been defined by like bipartisanship and reaching across the aisle and having these friends. That's his whole career. If you look at this guy and say, oh my God, he's a radical and the left is going to come after us under his administration, then you're just denying empirical reality. And it's like they're copying and pasting. Like they had all their talking points ready for Bernie to be the nominee, and then when he wasn't the nominee, they're still using the same, they're still acting like Biden is Bernie or whatever. And it's just, it comes across as so disingenuous and so over the top and so ridiculous. And it's not, here's the most important point, it's not going to land with people. Like, this is why there was a poll that came out recently where they asked voters specifically about the law and order stuff that Trump has been leaning into. And voters overwhelmingly think Biden is better on law and order issues than Trump. Why? Because Biden's out there doing the standard regular schmegular presidential stuff, trying to calm tensions and not pour fuel on the fire, and Trump's doing the exact opposite. So how are you going to say under Biden, oh my God, you're not going to be safe or any of this stuff? Dude, he went out of his way to give a speech to be like, rioting and looting is bad and I am against it. That's what I am. And you're going to look at this guy and act like under him there's going to be some insane Antifa commie uprising and they're going to come for your kids. Oh my God. No, they're not. You know what's going to happen under Biden? Biden is a representative of the status quo. Now, that in and of itself is a criticism that somebody could make of Biden. But this is not the criticism Charlie Kirk is making. The criticism is not establishment, status quo, business as usual, back to the Obama years effectively, or the Bill Clinton years. That's not the criticism. The criticism is, hair on fire, they're coming for us, and it's like an existential threat if Biden wins. It's an existential threat to the left. I mean, to be fair, Trump winning is an existential threat to the left as well. But yeah, like solidifying another 4 years or 8 years of neoliberal corporate rule of the Democratic Party. So it's amazing to me that they don't adjust based on the reality. They don't look at Biden and fairly assess him. It's all the same talking points over and over. And you could see the same strategy that was used under Obama, where they were acting like this guy's some sort of extremist. Meanwhile, Obama arguably is like the most successful Republican president ever. Yeah, I just said that. I mean, look, even just his healthcare bill. That was Romney Care. That was, from the Heritage Foundation, the individual mandate system. Newt Gingrich, Chuck Grassley, all these Republicans supported this kind of a plan. Obama implemented it. He made like 90% of the Bush tax cuts permanent. This is Republican presidential stuff, man. That's what this is. And Obama even said, I view myself as like a moderate Republican of the 80s. But they don't care about what's really the case. They don't care that the Republican Party is far right and the Democratic Party is center right. They're still going to act like, Biden's some sort of anarchist lover. The guy who wrote the crime bill and locked too many people up and was too tough on crime. You're not going to successfully argue that, look out, Republicans are in physical danger if he wins. It's actually ridiculous that they make these arguments. So, who was it? Somebody said something that was like, if only the Democratic Party was the Democratic Party that Republicans think they are, then I'd be a very happy person.